Imagine you're 30,000 feet above the Pacific, hours from land, when suddenly, your flight changes course. What went wrong? No, that's not what we're talking about today. Instead, picture this. The world's largest passenger jet, the Airbus A380, soaring through the skies. Now imagine it hauling millions of pounds of cargo across the globe. Sounds incredible, right? So why, despite its massive size, did this super jumbo never get a cargo version? The answer isn't as simple as you think and involves a fascinating blend of engineering challenges and brutal economic realities. Why the A380 never got a cargo version? Introduce the A380 as the largest passenger airliner ever built. 2 full-length decks, 4 engines, designed to carry hundreds of people across continents. At the time Airbus conceived the A380, the hub-and-spoke model of travel was dominant, mega airports were congested, and airlines were keen to deploy very large aircraft to maximize capacity per landing slot. Giant planes would fly long-haul routes between major global hubs. Airbus explored both passenger and freighter versions from early in the program. The freighter variant was designated A380F. They envisioned a super jumbo that could move extraordinary volumes of cargo. It's the largest passenger plane ever built, yet it never became a cargo giant. The planned freighter would have had 3 decks, huge volumetric capacity, around 150 tons of design payload, and roughly 10,400 kilometers of range. On paper, it could outcarry almost any other civil freighter. Airbus accepted orders, 27 in total, before all were cancelled or converted. Meanwhile, the passenger A380 became an icon for quiet cabins and smooth rides. But the freighter became a ghost, a brochure dream that never flew. The reasons span engineering limits, market shifts, and airport realities. The Airbus A380F was conceived as a revolutionary cargo aircraft. It was not just a simple conversion of the passenger model. It was part of the original design family. Airbus planned to build both versions side by side. The freighter concept was impressive in its scale. It was designed to have a maximum payload of 150 tons. This was significantly more than the Boeing 747 freighter. The A380F would have a range of about 10,400 kilometers, 5,600 nautical miles. This combination meant it could fly very heavy loads on key long-haul trade lanes, such as Asia to North America, Europe. The internal layout was one of its most unique features. 3 separate decks for cargo. Main deck for standard pallets, upper deck for standard pallets, lower deck in the belly of the plane, lower deck for loose cargo, lower deck for smaller containers. This 3-deck configuration offered a tremendous amount of space, around 1,134 cubic meters. The A380 was designed primarily for passengers, not cargo. Floors, deck heights, load paths, and geometry were optimized for people and baggage, not dense freight pallets. The upper deck has curved fuselage and lower floor load capacity. Standard pallets and containers don't fit efficiently. Its empty weight is already high. Even as a freighter, useful payload would be constrained. Big volume, potential weight restrictions. Operating an aircraft with huge volume but inadequate payload distribution collapses the economics. Reinforcing floors for high-point loads adds more weight, cutting payload further. Without a swing nose, the A380F would struggle with very long, oversized cargo, a core 747F advantage. Cargo networks shifted toward flexible, point-to-point operations using smaller, efficient twins. Demand for a 150-ton freighter is limited, hard to fill consistently. There is a very simple reason. Well, 2. 1. It would be way too big. 2. It would be way too expensive. Orders evaporated. FedEx and UPS shelved or canceled their commitments. With delays, overruns, and a pivot to fuel-efficient twins, Airbus deferred the freighter indefinitely. The A380 logic assumes slot-scarce hubs. Cargo networks rewarded flexibility, not ultra-huge jets restricted to a few nodes. Many cargo ramps weren't designed for that scale or deck arrangement, making operations costly. Two-deck loading adds time and complexity. Time on the ground is lost money. A single wave of 150 tons stresses sortation, customs, storage and trucking all at once. Steady streams from smaller aircraft fit airport flows better than giant surges. Engineering compromises, market shifts, and ground constraints converged. The business case unraveled. In effect, Airbus suspended the A380F program. As production of the A380 slowed and eventually stopped, the freighter variant quietly died. The A380 line itself ended in 2021 as orders dried up. Today, cargo operators have moved on to more efficient types and specialized freighters. The A380 continues in passenger service with select airlines. What might the cargo world have looked like with an A380F? Ultra-high throughput, hub-to-hub cargo flights, massive economies of scale, but also massive risk of underutilization, high fuel maintenance costs, and limited route flexibility. Could a conversion of retired passenger A380s to freighters still make sense? Many analysts say no. Conversion cost and structural constraints make it uneconomic. Even the biggest plane ever built isn't automatically suited to every mission. The A380 never got a cargo version because the engineering didn't align with freight needs. The market didn't support the concept, and by the time Airbus would have been ready, the world had moved on. Size and volume alone aren't enough. Payload efficiency, mission fit, and market demand matter more. If you enjoyed this deep dive into aviation's what-if moment, hit like, subscribe to the Travel Deck, and let me know in the comments which aviation mystery I should tackle next.